What's up, guys? Aaron's here. I want to do a little series of videos about Ranger School. I completed Ranger School in class 1018, August 26th through October 26th. Went straight through. Just kind of give my personal experience. This video is specifically about boots that I used. Again, the pack list is going to require 2 summer boots. Now I went in the summer, and then you got to have the winter boots with the thermals also, with the inserts. I'll post that information of the exact requirements here, like on Fort Benning, Commandos, Ranger Joe's. Well, Commandos I know for sure has the little inserts that most boots need. But I used pretty much 2 types of boots. I went with the Nike SFBs, not Gen 2s, because it's weird because there's technically been like 3 releases. So actually the SFBs, this was my, I would say, main boot. Now again, as you can see, these are pretty dirty, messed up. Actually used 2 pairs of these throughout Ranger School. Very light boot. Use them a lot in mountains. And then I also used the Garmont NFSs. Again, you see they are messed up. Now these ones didn't get used. I used them a lot through Darby. They did not really get used after the first FTX in mountains because it rained on us for 5 days straight. And after 5 days straight, these just stay wet. So the Garmonts, and they also didn't have a lot of grip for me doing the mountaineering and stuff like that and being on mountains and on the cliffs. So I wasn't a fan of these. A lot of people wear the Garmont NFSs. A lot of people wear the Nikes. A lot of people wear the Rockies during mountains. Again, now I went during the summer, so cold winter boots. All I ever see people recommend is the Rockies, the S2Vs. But just to kind of talk about my favorite boot, the Nike SFBs. Now I did just purchase a Gen 2. I've kind of just been wearing them around. I haven't really done anything like ruck-wise or anything. But I use these through iBullet. I've done pretty much everything in my Army career in Nikes. The original Nikes, or the basic training, basic issue boots. And these are just really good. In iBullet, it rained on us a lot. They dry really quick, which is probably, again, compared to the Garmonts, again, they both look, you see, nasty. But they just dry so much quicker. I took 2 pairs of SFBs, the Nikes, and one of them got completely destroyed. They were my more worn pair anyways. They were the ones that went through iBullet with me. Throughout Florida phase, at the very beginning, we walked through vines. In this section, you can actually see where it's kind of getting like dried out anyways. It ripped walking through those vines in Florida. So I just tossed that pair instead of bringing them back to Darby. For graduation, I just tossed them because they're pretty much unwearable. The Garmonts I don't wear anyways. I'm going to toss these. They dried up kind of funny. I probably could re-wet them and stuff. But again, I'm just going to go to Rocky S2Vs and with my Gen 2s is what I'm sticking with. But boots, yeah, it's kind of always what I say is what's going to make you the most comfortable. I wouldn't say go change a boot. Now, if you've never tried the Nikes, I highly recommend them. A lot of people use them. Very light, dry extremely quick, which is very important because in mountains, if cold, warm, whatever, you're going to be changing boots, changing socks a lot because it rains, you're going through streams. Again, winter, not an expert on that. Graduated October 26th. It didn't get that cold. I mean, it was cold at night when it was raining, but that's another story for another time. More importantly, though, is if you stick with the boot that you want, again, Nikes, highly recommend them. That's what I did. They dry super quick. There'll be times when we do med checks at the night about 3 a.m., medics come, they'll be like, did you even get your feet wet today? Because my feet would already be dry. And I just changed socks maybe once when we got a break real quick, or maybe I didn't even change socks. But I also talk about socks. Big fan of the Darn Toughs. They're worth $25 socks. Guaranteed for life. Highly recommend them. Now I got if you're looking at the little number T4021s, these are the Summers. Not to say they're great socks. It took me a while to get used to them. I kind of started wearing these at iBullet, but after that, I mean, I really hate wearing these socks, the S2Vs, the Rocky S2Vs. I even hate wearing these kind of now. I love these socks so much. I bought about 5 pairs total. I think I went with like 3, and then I bought 2 more during my 8-hour pass in Darby. So highly recommend the socks. Socks are almost more important than boots to me. But then again, because you're changing socks more often than you're changing boots. But yeah, that's what I did. I alternated between the S2Vs and the Darn Toughs. I also just took kind of some very my old basic training socks just for the packing list, just to have them. just in case, they were like being a-holes about it or something. I probably wore those like once if I knew for a fact, like, hey, we're going through this stream crossing. It's going to be dry after that. So that's the only time and then like I would just toss them or something like that. Or not worry about them, getting all mildewy. Because your stuff's going to get wet. You're going to have to like secure it in a like little Ziploc bag or something like that. But again, Nike SFBs, the Gen 2s are nice too. A lot of people wore the Gen 2s or just the revamped SFBs, technically the first gens. Highly recommend Darn Tough Socks. I know not everybody, makes the same amount of money and listed pay and, certain difference in pay, but you pay for what you get, especially with Ranger School. You're going for a tab. I spent probably $2,500 total. I lost a tooth, got gray hairs, but I got the tab, so that's going to decide what's important to you. Yeah, you may go there with your basic issues and your basic issue socks, but if you could have one thing that makes it comfortable, I would highly recommend good socks, good boots that you like. Again, highly recommend the SFBs, dry extremely quick. Garmonts didn't work for me. They stayed wet the whole time. A lot of people will tell you that too. They stay wet. They're hard to dry, but a lot of people love that comfort of them, either the T8s or the NFSs. But yeah, that's a short little video. If you guys like to see more, I'm gonna do like series of like kind of what I went into there, what I expected, what it was like. I'm now 2 months out, so. But again, if you like that, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and I'll be sure to post more content. If you guys have any good questions too, be sure to ask in the comment section, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.